Hi, so today we're going to be talking about the real number line and absolute value. So there are a few terms that we need to know for this before we start. So a natural number is all the numbers starting at 1, 2, well, like it starts at 1 and then goes on to all positive numbers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. It does not include 0. Whole numbers do include 0, but they don't count negative numbers. Integers count negative numbers and 0. Oh, whoops. And rational numbers are basically repeating or terminating decimals. So if you have something like 0.333 repeating, that's the same as 1/3, and 1/3 is a rational number. If it's something like 0.1358, and it's something like that, where it repeats like that, that's also a rational number because it repeats. That means it can be represented as a fraction. One moment. So with that's rational. However, when we have something like an irrational number, they're going to be decimals that are non-repeating and non-terminating. So the most common way that they'll be represented is something that is square rooted, like the square root of 3. As a note, the square root of 4 is a rational number because that can be simplified to positive or negative 2. But things that don't square like that, they are going to be irrational. Something like pi, which is 3.1415, blah, 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 that is going to be an irrational number because it does not repeat and it does not end. So, with that knowledge, let's look at this. We have 4.06006000. And it doesn't really quite look like it's repeating. It looks like there could be a pattern in some cases, but it doesn't really look like there's a real pattern that's going on here. So 4.06000, I mean 0.6000600. There's a lot of zeros to keep track of. That is going to be irrational. And when it's an irrational, it is not an integer, it is not a natural number, it is not a rational number, and it is not a whole number. It will just be irrational. One moment. Okay, so the next question is going to be about truth statements, like operators. So we have the less than, greater than, and equal sign. And a way that I like to remember is things that are bigger have the alligator mouth pointed towards them. So 5 is going to be bigger than 3. It doesn't want the smaller meal. It wants the bigger meal. But if it was 5 and 13, then the alligator would be like, whoa, look at that. It's a 13. I want a 13 instead of a 5 because it wants to be fed more. So in this case, what we have is we have negative 4.5 and then negative 4.5, essentially. These are going to be equal. The parentheses are there to throw you off. Next, we're going to be talking about number lines. So we have negative 6, negative 1, 1, and 2. And really, it's as straightforward as it seems. So we have 1, we have negative 1, we have 2, and we have negative 6. And that would be all that we need to do. For this one, here's another example. We see a pattern, 868686. So it's going to be a rational number. It is not going to be a whole number. It is not going to be an integer, and it is not going to be a natural number. It is just going to be rational. I know that was sort of simplified, but if you have any further questions, please just ask and I will answer as soon as possible. Have a good one.